It's Crack. I like it, everybody. Welcome to the Creeds Tommy C. Welcome. And congratulations to the first annual Shot from the Point Fantasy League champion, none other than the great Frenchie Ben. You did it, buddy. You've never played fantasy sports before, correct? Ben?
Yep.
You never played fantasy sports before, correct?
Yes, with my friends. But
oh, you have done it before. Do you realize you dethroned Dead on Dave as champion?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Well, he was.
And I learned from the master, and I use his technique against him.
Yeah. All right, we'll get into that a little bit later because Frenchie Ben has a. What kind of speech would you call that? A congratulatory speech? No, that would be for somebody else. A winner speech? I don't know. There's like some kind of word.
Champion speech.
A champion speech. The great champion speech will be taking place right here in the Crease of WC. Right now, a little spooky news in Steve Stamkos. That's, of course, our title today, along with the rest of the hockey news we're doing. Steven Stamkos, he will not only more than likely miss all the playoffs. Let's be realistic here. But it is being reported that a top rib on his right side, to alleviate, they may remove a top rib on his right side to alleviate the pressure that caused the blood clot to begin with near his collarbone. I wonder if that's the first rib. First rib is actually cartilage. It's not actually a bone.
Rib removed.
Rib removed. That's
like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, that old rumor. Like Marilyn Manson. That's right. Steve Stamkos, he's going to end up just like Marilyn Manson. I got to be honest with you, Ben. This is pretty frightening, to put it mildly.
Yep.
I really don't even know what I mean, obviously, it goes without saying that the Lightning's chances have just really dipped significantly. A hot Steve Stamkos in the playoffs would have been, maybe the difference between going to the, I don't know, third or fourth round.
Yeah. And even Strawman won't be there the first round.
No, I really don't see them. I think this is it's a lightning killer for the playoffs, unless there's some kind of miracle going, unless he was a problem in the locker room to begin with, and they sort of rally around him not being there. And all the controversy basically going into this time last year, where there was rumors that he might not sign, and all through the year that he might go to Toronto. The fact that he refused to sign, the fact that Steve Yzerman put out that he would not be moving him, that to put rumors to rest, and this is altering to the future of this franchise. Former 60-goal scorer Steve Stamkos. I mean, I don't really know another way to put it. I mean, what are your thoughts on this whole situation?
They say he's going to be out for 1 to 3 months, and even it's going to make his future complicated. The teams that wanted to sign him this summer, even the Lightning, maybe they won't, or they won't offer the same amount or the same length of contract.
Sure, that's true, because nobody is probably more upset about this, especially the way he's played his last couple hands with management, than him, for just that reason alone. And I didn't even think of that till you brought it up, to be perfectly honest. Good one, Frenchie Ben. Boy, no wonder you're the fantasy champion. Jeez. It's like, okay, I want a 5-year, $20 million deal. What's your blood clot situation? Well, we're working on it, and I might not be able to be in camp in November, and I'm not going to be on the World Cup team. How could you? I don't know.
Because we saw what it did to Pascal Dupuis.
It changed him. Well, we lost Timo Timian.
And now he's retiring.
Yeah. Well, Timo Timian got out. I was shocked. It shows you what kind of player Timo Timian was, that he stuck it out. Yeah. Flyers lost Timo Timian. That was huge. He got very lucky to go to the Blackhawks and end up winning Stanley Cup last year, and then retiring like a champ, like just handling it coolly. Very few guys win it and walk, which is the coolest thing to do ever. This is it really is tragic in a lot of ways, and I really don't. I don't know. It's like what I was saying. Like, I don't know what to say, but it sucks. And it's probably going to affect his chances to get the kind of contract that he was probably looking for. I mean, everything he's done is really based on a contract that he wants. And I don't think he believes for a minute that he can get that contract in Tampa due to their resources. I think that was the whole thing from the beginning. I think approaching 30, you want, sort of like Ryan Callahan tried to pull against the New York Rangers. It's also funny. I think of Drouin, who's now best friends with Steve Stamkos, or is with Steve Yzerman. And I wonder if Steve Stamkos is going to come when he actually tests the free agent market. All of a sudden, Stevie Y, hey, we're buddies. Let's have a chat. It actually may end up that Steve Stamkos ends up back in the Lightning just for this reason. It's just funny how things have gone with this extremely.
It could be because
they
are the ones who will get the medical dossier of Stamkos.
Not only that, yeah, they get him better. They get him healthy, and they can sign him for less than they wanted in the first place.
Yeah, it's possible now because he's a guy who came in the league at 18. Yeah. Now he has 7 years in the NHL, and it gives a tear to your body.
John C.
And now last year, what was his injury? It was a leg.
Yeah, I think it was a leg. It was a couple years ago. That's what kind of, I don't know, Macazar thinks that's what changed him from being a 50-goal scorer. Oh, that surgery that he had a few years back.
Yeah, Pure in the chat, he said that maybe he won't be the same player anymore.
Chemo teaming in. All your names sound the same, Pure. Call me a racist, but all Finns look the same too.
Except Barkov.
Who's probably Russian. Probably escaped Russia at some point. And Esatikinen. He don't look anything like anybody else.
That guy was a pest.
Oh, he's the greatest. Esatikinen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When I see groups of Finns, I think you ever see the Clone Wars and Star Wars? It's just a bunch
speaking of old guys, today in the NHL in 1987, Denis Potvin became the first defenseman to get 1,000 points.
Wow. Denis Potvin, current not play-by-play, but commentary on the success story of the year, the Florida Panthers.
Yes.
Looking like they're going to finish up first overall as well. Denis Potvin. I'm not allowed to like him. You know why?
Because he was playing for the Islanders.
It's not only that, it's what he did. Do you know that they removed the in the Garden in the late 70s, the dun, 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 dun. They removed it. They don't play that in the organ anymore. You know why? Because every day they would always finish with Potvin sucks. So to this day, all through my childhood, all through the 80s, all through the 90s, 2000s, and currently, because I was there a year and a half ago, and I went to a Ranger Devil preseason game, they artificially do the dun, 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 dun. Potvin sucks. That's how hated he is in New York. Honestly, and I think he knows this too. If he were to go into the wrong section of the Rangers, like a Rangers game, he's like 70 years old now, somebody would punch him in the face.
But that guy is a tough guy.
He was great. There's no doubt about
it. He was solid.
I was talking
super good.
Look, it's funny with the Islanders. There's so many. I hate the Islanders. I'm supposed to hate the Islanders. I don't know. I don't really hate them anymore because I like Jonathan Tavares so much. I wish they had more scummy guys over there like they used to in the 90s. And I was talking how do you not like Mike Bossy? How do you not like Mike Bossy? I can understand not liking Bobby Smith, Brian Trottier. Trottier. Well, he's a big dick. Get off the ice, you pussy. Lay on the ice like a broad.
Yeah, he was the one speaking to Bellows.
Yeah. Let's put it's Frenchy vision. Jamais Dion in Quebec. How are you, sir?
Good, and you?
I'm not doing the clones. I'm getting shit for my Clone Wars comment. What's on your mind, Jermaine? I'm sorry.
Well, it's sad for Stamkos, man. I don't like that.
No, I don't like that.
I'm very sad for him. I mean, a great guy and a great talent like that to be injured. I mean, that's a worst injury you can have. I don't know.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, there wasn't too many good headlines to go with, and that's really all you can come down to. And I think Frenchie made an excellent point that this affects his probably free agent plans to get his big payday. And I don't get mad at these guys for doing these type of things. I wasn't mad at Ryan Callahan. I'm certainly not going to be mad at Steve Stamkos. This is the only time in your life where you can make this kind of money, unless you have to be like you're Wayne Gretzky, or you have to be like a super personality afterwards, or somebody can do announcing. And not all NHL players can do that, and there's not enough spots for them afterwards. You know, I'm amazed Nick Kyprios has a fucking job in Canada. It still shocks me every time I see the son of a bitch. But you know, but yeah, I don't know what else to say. But you know, I hope you get better, and I can only talk about the potential results of the whole thing. And you know, I'd rather be in a league where you know Stamkos is scoring 60 goals. I mean, he was really the biggest scoring phenom besides Alexander Ovechkin since the post lockout era in 2004. So I mean,
do you really think we're gonna see a player score 50 goals shortly? I don't. That's
well, what's his name? 50?
Impossible.
50? What? Wait. But didn't Ovi had 50 goals last year?
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
oh. Yeah, I hope, because it's not exciting anymore. I don't like that to see just a fifth. You know, we rejoice for a 30 goal scorer and 40 goal scorer. I mean, god damn, man, the last time we had a very exciting scorer is Brett Hull with 60 goals, I think.
I think he hit 80 actually. Yeah,
80, yeah.
He hit 80
I mean,
one year. Yeah.
fuck. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I wonder. I always wonder about the goal scoring thing because, look, hockey was hot in Canada in the 80s. You guys know that. You're both Generation Xers, and you remember the Gretzkys and Lemieux and stuff like that. And a lot of the younger people don't. But was hockey so well off when the goals were going in the net left and right? When we had the Gretzkys, when we had the when we had those guys? Because I got to be honest with you, since then, even though there's less goals, you know, Sidney Crosby, he ain't no slouch. Patrick Kane is no slouch. Jonathan Tage is no slouch. I don't know that they're not better than those players. I mean, it's just simple evolution. I mean, we know more about the human body. We know how to take care of hockey players better than we did in the 80s. These guys are better, but it's just that the defense has become such a science.
Yeah, you're right.
It is. Well, look, like it used to be. Let's face it. Can you skate? Are you over 6 foot, 6'1"? Get out there and knock people down. That's not that's not that position anymore. It's much more. Even a defensive defenseman has to know more about the game and the players that they're trying to break up plays with than they did in 1980. You could just be a big guy. Look, I love Jeff Beukeboom. Jeff Beukeboom could never play in this league, ever. He simply wasn't talented.
Not now. Yeah, exactly.
But would you tell me that Jeff Beukeboom wasn't a huge contributor? Somebody who, for all the great Ranger teams, including the one that won the Stanley Cup, he was a key factor in a lot of cases. Was Jeff Beukeboom. So I think it's just the game's changed so much. And I think as long as the product's exciting, whether it's a 1-0 game and there's a lot of hitting and intensity and the coaches are racking their brains to come up with the best line changes, as long as it's like that, I think we got something special.
Yeah.
But if it becomes like the dead puck era where you can watch the first period and know who's going to win, yeah, we got a problem. I don't know if we're there yet, but we move. One way to get to that place is to eliminate fighting. So that's the way.
What? You are saying that?
I do. I think fighting upsets the balance of a hockey game, and if fighting is somehow eliminated or even limited, I think you'll see very predictable hockey games.
But don't you think since they instigate the instigator, there is more bad injury, bad blood, bad, I don't know how to say it.
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying, and I agree. I actually agree with you. I think you misunderstood what I was saying. What I'm saying is, I think the staleness that you smell right now, the fact that there's no 80 goal scores, will become even worse and more apparent if fighting is eliminated, because fighting can shake up a game.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
See
and about that, speaking of fighting, John Scott with the Canadiens. Do you like that?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's.
I like that, man. I'm excited. I mean, for the rest of the 5 games, that rest for the fucking season we had, I'm excited. And you know what, Tommy? I really, really hope that there is a point for him until the last season. Because of that, if there is one point of his career with the Canadiens, it will be on the record book, and I hope it. I really do. He deserves it for the Canadian. He will enjoy to be with this great team, and he's gonna enter the room, and trust me, he's gonna watch, and he's gonna say,
nuts.
"Okay, yeah, that's a great team," and he's gonna enjoy it. I'm sure he's gonna enjoy it.
John Scott
Every
probably
second
won't
of
be
it.
in the NHL next year, but I think what the Habs are doing are trying to sell tickets. I'm sure John Scott, being a very smart guy, as we learned over the All-Star break, knows that. They want to sell some tickets for the last couple games, and that's fine.
Oh, well, I was gonna stop you there. All the tickets are sold. What they want is people
really?
in the stands. Yeah. In Montreal, the tickets are always sold. For
Frenchie
sure.
Ben, why do you think they're bringing up Scott now? Then I'm confused. I thought that completely scratches my theory. Like, what's the point of bringing Scott up now? You think? I mean, do you have any ideas?
There's a couple of reasons. Maybe what Jermaine says can be true. The tickets are sold. It's true. But they want people in the stands. But at the same time, the Canadian, they have so many injuries. They're so deep into
Yeah.
the roster that they have to call him back.
Okay.
And you know what? I think they bring him up just because he deserve it, because he did not complain nothing.
It could be a
He
reward.
said, yeah, why not? I mean, Benjamin was so bad this year. Why not do something right?
Nice. Well, I agree with you totally. Listen, I got other calls coming in, and I want Frenchie Ben to give his spectacular speech because I've already ate up 20 minutes. But thanks for the great call, Jermaine. I really appreciate it, brother. All right, good luck to us. Sorry about the Habs.
Ciao.
Am I sorry? Am I sorry about the Habs? I don't know. Callers, I see the calls coming in, but we have a very, very special moment right now that I have to do before I take calls. I'll be happy to take calls. Just stand by. But Frenchie Ben, folks, is the new champion. I want to give you an idea. I'll give you a little history of our shot from the point FHL. That's really
Hockey League.
The Fantasy Hockey League. Frenchie Ben did not have a great start, but maintained. Watched what? I shouldn't speak for you. Let's just give you a little history of Frenchie Ben's climb through the ranks. He started in the quarterfinal, knocked out Jack Mallet, moved in against the guy who dominated most of the season, Pierre Pistinen. He knocked him out by, oh, Jesus. Well, only about 5 points. Holy Christmas.
That was close.
Yeah, that was close. And Dave, who lost his first 5 in a row, took out the President's Trophy winner, Marchand Snows, which is none other than Matt Kazar, Patty Kane's DNA. He had great names this year. And Frenchie shocked the world.
The world.
Shocked the world. By beating Dead on Dave. A hard-fought series. Congratulations to you both. Both guys coming back from relative obscurity. Both guys knocking off the best 2 teams in the league. Frenchie Ben, the floor is yours. Speak to the people about this great championship moment.
Thank you, Tommy. It's with joy that I will admit I won the whole shebang, but without beating Pure during the season and Matt Kazar, who was ripping everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack Mollet beat me 2 times, Dead on Dave during the season. But, as my induction speech, it's my first ever. So I want to thank God first. And we saw that God exists this weekend because I watched WrestleMania. I saw Eva Marie, Lana, and Stephanie McMahon. Good Lord, please save me. I want to thank also my parents, my brothers, Marc Messier and Patrick Roy for the great moments. I would like to thank also Jaromir Jagr and the great Jerome McGinley for never giving up, like John Cena. And I would also thank the good players in that league, which means Tommy C, Andy, Jeff, Debbie, Dr. Deke, and Patrick Glynn. I would also like to thank the not-so-good players that were in that league. JJ, Karn, Black Mamba, the Germinator, and the great legendary Jake Link. who never played this team.
Give
I
us
would
the-
also like to thank some great influences of mine, Ozzy Osbourne for the great music, and Shane O'Mac for yesterday's elbow. So thank you all. I wish Terry is there next year, and peace in the Middle East.
With that stick.
Oh, Frenchie Ben, the greatest speech in history. And put your hands up in the chat if you want it clipped, because that was wonderful. I congratulate you as being the sysop, kung fu master, and leader of the survivors in this part of the zombie apocalypse. Frenchie Ben, this was well earned, and you have earned a flashback clip. Congratulations, Frenchie
Thank you.
Ben.
I've listened to Michael PSAs this weekend, and Freebirds, they showed me the way.
I kind of want to talk about wrestling now, I'll be perfectly honest with you.
Oh,
What did you think of the show? Did you like it?
I gave it WrestleMania, you
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, I give it a 7. I think there was lots of good and bad things about it. I didn't like the three main matches: Ambrose, Lesnar, and Shane. To me, Shane and Undertaker should have finished the whole thing, and Shane should have win.
Yeah.
But and Roman Reigns, it was expected. So
Well,
the quality production is incredible. The entrances were
cool.
good. There were lots of good spots and matches, and overall, I was entertained.
Well, you're wrong, by the way. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. That was the greatest WrestleMania of all time.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, oh, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's only a few screw-ups in this WrestleMania, all right? The fact that they gave Zack Ryder, is that his name, and some guy from NXT a big push. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking there. Who are those guys? Zack Ryder's the woo-woo guy. There's no reason to really give him a push. I think it was perfectly sensible to take a really hot guy like the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. I mean, let's face it, he's won too much. And Chris Jericho, who's won absolutely fucking everything in the last 20 years, I think he definitely needed that win. And I mean, look, AJ Styles hasn't won all that much. And I'm super, super happy when the really hot New Day came in. Got their ass kicked by a bunch of heels that nobody cares about. I think one of them was named Sheamus. And it was just perfect timing by the WWE to bring a bunch of old farts like Mick Foley and Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin, who looks like he's in incredible shape, and completely squash the New Day after sort of feigning fake. I mean, look, the New Day's not doing very much. The Shane McMahon match was so exciting from beginning to the end, except when they screwed it up when he jumped off the damn thing. And you're wrong. I think that should have been the opening match. And the only other positive I have for this entire night was WWE seeing it through and making sure Roman Reigns is the champion, because that's absolutely who everybody wanted to see as Roman Reigns as being champion, and you could tell by the crowd reaction that was the case.
You forgot also the Dudleys against the Usos. It was the best match of them all.
Yeah, there you go.
And Paige in the 10 women match, she gave a performance. I never seen that.
I will say this. That was the highlight of the night. There was 2 WrestleMania moments. I'm being serious now. There was 2 WrestleMania moments. There was
Lana and Eva Marie.
No, there was the Ric Flair's daughter, and then there was Shane's thing. Those are the only 2 WrestleMania moments of the night. I mean, Jesus Christ. They're going to shove this guy down our fucking throat. You know what happened last night? And I'm going to be honest with you. You know what happened last night? The WWE told the fans that we will never, ever, ever, ever go for a Daniel Bryan thing again. You are never going to hijack the show. We don't give a fuck what you think. You people that buy the tickets don't spend as much money as people who like Roman Reigns. Fuck you. That's what happened last night. And that's really what it comes down to. People who like Roman Reigns spend more money. That's it. That's it.
At least they get a reaction.
Yeah. You know, my father said to me, he's like, well, maybe they like booing him. Well, then make him the heel. And to be honest with you, they ruined this kid so badly that even if they make him the heel, it's too late. They'll just hate. They'll hate him. They just hate him to hate. It'll be X-Pac's heat, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
X-Pac heat being the worst heat ever. Sousa's calling me back, then I call him, and then he doesn't get on the goddamn phone. Yeah. Kenny
You're afraid for your bruins, Kevin?
Here's another thing, Kenny, rotten Kenny. Shane McMahon's leave was really ballsy. I'll give him that. Was it entertaining? Yes. I was more scared than anything else. But the rest of the match wasn't that good. Let's be honest.
The first part, I think it was kind of believable.
So you didn't hate it like I did. I absolutely hated it.
No, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best, of course, but Shane, he performed better than I thought.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to hockey. I tried to call, let's face 718-395-7660. 718-395-7660. Kevin Sousa, you on the air. What's on your mind?
Hello.
What you got for me or Frenchie?
Well, I have to say, Frenchie, congratulations.
Thank you.
I would say that the Habs really need you now that you're a champion of fantasy hockey. I think they should bring you in.
Yes.
As the GM.
This is the GM.
Woo, woo, woo.
What's on your mind?
Well,
Nice entrance.
Well, as I'm here staring outside at 6 inches of snow,
Yeah.
I just want to say, what do you think about the Rangers? The Rangers going to the playoffs now.
Well, the Rangers are going to the playoffs in one way or another. They don't officially clinched.
No, but what do you think they're going to do in the
second
playoffs?
round, maybe. Wouldn't be shocked if first round exit.
I don't think they're going to be a first round exit.
They don't have all skills. This team is built around Rick Nash. And Rick Nash is a coin toss, and it's a two-sided coin with him in the playoffs. He's not going to perform. There's no reason to believe that it's just going to happen this year. We've gone through 3 years of this. If you believe it's going to happen this year or next year, you are the legal definition of insane. So, no, I don't expect anything. You know, I hope they don't go out like a bunch of bitches. I hope nobody gets hurt seriously. The decision, they were told last year that Rick Nash does not have what it takes. He doesn't have the nerves to play in the big game at the top level that he's capable of playing because he's one of the better players in the league and has been for the last 10 years. But he does not have what it takes. I hate to say Greg Wyshynski was right. He's not a big-time guy, and he certainly can't do it. It's okay when you're in a big fish, small pond, but New York isn't like that, and he can't seem to perform. Now, it wasn't 100% his fault. The Capitals beat the ever-living hell out of them, 1. And 2, Martin St. Louis got bored with hockey at just the wrong time. So I don't expect anything any different. There are some good things. They have more. The scoring is a little more spread out. They're not having as much difficulty with the faceoff as they did last year. Hank's been solid, but yeah, whatever. Hank's been solid, and I have no doubt that he'll turn it on in the playoffs. But I don't think the Rangers have firepower, but they just don't have enough firepower to take them. I mean, do you really think? I'll ask Frenchie first, and I'll ask you. Frenchie, can the I'm going to rattle these off. These are yes or no. Can the Rangers beat the Ducks in the Stanley Cup final?
Nope.
Can the Rangers beat the LA Kings in the Stanley Cup final?
Nope.
Can the Rangers beat the Chicago Blackhawks in the Stanley Cup final?
Nope.
That's what they're going to have to win. That's what they're going to have to beat. And it's not Frenchie being unobjective. It's just a fact. Unless
they can go all the way, though.
They could. I could see them getting by some miracle, a Capitals, and getting crushed in the final. I could see a situation where they have a good playoff and they run into a team that's not expected to be in the Eastern Conference final and they lose because they're not prepared for what they come about. What comes about a team that maybe just backs in like the Flyers. I could see that happening. The Panthers in first place. You can't really say that, but I don't think Panthers are going to be around more than one round. But who knows?
Now as I switch to Frenchie, who do you think is going to win the Montreal Canadiens golf tournament?
Fucking prick. Yeah.
Let's say Plekanec because there's no hits involved.
Who's gonna win? You play Call of Duty?
No.
Do you play? What do you play?
Well, I just play regular sports games, and I play Star Wars Battlefront games like that.
Who's going to win your Battlefield tournament? Me. I win again, Frenchie Ben.
Woo woo woo.
Great call, buddy. Good call. Boy,
Yeah.
he's taking a piss out of you, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
a
but
piss
you
out
know
of
he's nervous because there's 3 games left for Boston.
Yeah.
They're gonna face Carolina, Detroit, and Ottawa, and I think they're gonna make it.
Yeah. Boston?
Yeah, I think Philadelphia has a tough schedule.
But Philadelphia is playing with a purpose. Boston.
Yeah, that's right. But
is sometimes.
they're gonna face Detroit in Detroit, the
Yeah.
Islanders in New York, and they receive Toronto and Pittsburgh.
And who's Boston playing?
Carolina, Detroit, and Ottawa, the 3 games in Boston.
That's the little lucky of the schedule there. And who's the Red Wings facing going out?
The Red Wings are gonna face. They go in Boston, in New York, facing the Rangers, and they're gonna receive Philadelphia.
All right, who gets voted off the island in your opinion? It's got to be 2 of them.
No, to me, Philadelphia is gonna go out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so because the Islanders have 5 games left, and they have the most points.
Just basically come down to that. Over there in the Western Conference, pretty much all but settled. But I mean, I think the Stars or the Stars, North Stars would have to lose all their games, whatever they have left, and the so literally a 1% chance. And I think the Colorado Avalanche would have to lose or win all their games. So it's just pretty much done.
Have you heard Patrick Roy's comment about Matt Duchene?
Yes, and it was absolutely 100% appropriate. Patrick Roy, of course, said that we have a losing mentality, and he was angered through Matt Duchene scored 30 goals. Yippee-yay. You know what that means to him? I could use it in my contract negotiation. Never mind that your team sucks. So Patrick
because
Roy,
he had a big celebration after his
disgusting.
goal.
It was disgusting.
Against the Blues, they were losing 4-1.
4-1.
And he celebrated like he won the cup.
Yeah. And I got to be honest with you, if I was Patrick Roy, and I wouldn't be shocked, he's not playing the rest of the season. I don't care. I mean, fire me. I don't need a guy. I would demand he was traded. Patrick Roy is 100% correct. 100%. I don't know if he's going to have a job next year. Something tells me that he has so much celebrity over there. I mean, you think he's a god over by you. He's a god in Colorado as well, especially among hockey fans.
Yeah.
He did a lot for that organization. And I think they let him slide one more year, but that's it. I think this is if he comes out the gate and loses 10 games in a row or something like that, he's finished by early November next year. But it's absolutely and positively appropriate what he did. And you know what? I would have been a lot worse. I would have went Billy fucking Martin on his ass.
It's the kind of thing that he dislikes a lot.
I do. How do you feel about that? I mean, you think he's off base, or I like Patty.
I haven't seen the celebration, but overall he's right. But it's the kind of thing that you keep in the room.
Fair enough.
You don't shame your top players like that.
Yeah, especially when you have an outside shot.
But Patrick Roy, it's his kind of character. He's sour at the end of the season, and he's such a winner that he cannot take it.
I think you're right. I think there's 2 ways to handle this. In-house, scream at him like he's a fucking bitch, and he deserves it. Yell at them. Some people need to be yelled at. Apparently, Steve Duchene wasn't yelled at enough growing up. That's what I think. And there's the public way to do it, the John Tortorella way to do it, which I have to agree with Frenchie. I think that's better. But you know what? I could see myself doing the same thing. Be like, you're pissed off about it, and like, I'm not going to say anything to the media. I'm not going to say anything to the media. And then all of a sudden you hear the question. Patrick, what did you think about Steve Duchene's landmark 30th goal this year? and my head would. Exactly. So I get it. It's probably better to do it in house. You're right.
Yeah.
And I don't know the circumstances of the whole thing. I only read it. But if that question was asked, it's just, I'll put it this way, just to end it like this. I can't pass judgment on Patrick Waugh because I don't think I have that kind of self-control.
And that's the kind of thing that Michel Therrien learned over the years.
You know,
He didn't do it.
I got to be honest
this
with
year.
you. He was a cooler cat when he played than when he was a coach. He's been a maniac ever since he started coach. I don't remember him being this crazy when he was young. I remember him being arrogant when he was young. And he was one of the few guys who could afford to get away with it because he's one of the greatest goalies that ever lived. And you could make an argument that he is the greatest goalie that ever lived. You know, a strong argument. I'm not saying there's guys that you could. You had Marty, Ken Dryden, Hasek. We had a lot of good goalies in our era. Ken Dryden, Hasek, Patrick Waugh. Who else? I'm trying to think.
Oh, George Vezina.
Wow, yeah, George Vezina, of course. I don't think he stands up to these guys for the same reason.
Jacques Plante, Bernie Geoffrion.
Oh, who's the guy with...
No, Bernie Parent.
Bernie Parent.
Yeah.
What about...
But you know, the way I choose my best goalie, if I have a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup, who do I choose? And I choose Patrick Roy.
No. He has 4 rings.
Because you can argue about all of those goalies. They're all top level.
I got to be honest with you. It's either, in my opinion, it's Patrick Waugh or Martin Brodeur. Guys that I've known have been there. You know? I think those are your two. Terry Sawchuk. There's another guy.
That's an old name, but it's a good one.
Yeah, you know, he died when he was on the Rangers, you know? He fell or something. Nobody even knows what happened to him this day. You know that? I'm going to do a thing about that. We and you should do that because there's a lot of conspiracy theories around that. You know that?
Yeah, you talked about that, and I never heard that story. So
yeah, they think he got. Nobody knows because they kept it all in the locker room. Or you know, it might have been one of these things that it's a rumor that nobody knows and everybody knows and the police know, and it just if you repeat a lie long enough, it becomes the truth. And maybe there's no conspiracy there whatsoever. But it would be interesting to either put the thing to rest or if there is something. I don't know.
It's like the Jimmy Superfly Snuka story about his girlfriend in the 80s.
Yeah, kind of. There was a stone that was left unturned in that situation, but not also. Actually, I think Jimmy's situation is kind of rare. But I think if I look into Sawchuk, I will find out that there was no stone unturned. You know, the tinfoil hat is on. It'd be interesting to do. It'd be interesting. It'd be a little project talk about Terry Sawchuk and his tragic demise.
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories. Brought to you by Alex Jones. A Shot from the Point production.
On the InfoWars.
The Terry Sawchuk story. Fucking terrible. Yeah. Good stuff. I got a couple things left. I'll take your calls and dismiss some of them. But if you don't hear anything, I'm going to bag it. And I'm definitely going to bag it by, I've been given 1 hour tops with this. That's what I've been told, by the way. Did you have anything else? Or because I got a bunch of stuff I didn't get to.
Oh, I have little things. We talked about goal scorers and Patrick Kane. Yesterday, he reached a milestone because he's the first American player since Doug Weight to get 100 points. He got a hat trick and an assist. So he has 43 goals this year.
MVP, definitely?
Probably, yes. Maybe Old B.
You think there's a chance they screw him because of the rape accusation?
It depends. Is it journalists that votes?
I think they do, yeah. It's the hockey right.
I don't think it's going to change that many things because the Canadian ones will vote for him.
Look for him to win it, but if the vote leaks out, it's barely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that. There's my prediction with that. Pavel Datsyuk says he is not dismissing a move to the KHL. Of course, these rumors have come up in the past, especially during the 2004 lockout series. Said it would just be his dream. Doesn't sound too bad, but the only problem is his $7.5 million cap hit would remain on the Red Wings' already overflowing salaries.
Yeah.
So
He has 1 year left.
I got to be honest with you. I think that's rotten. Finish your contract. You know, why would you? I think the Detroit Red Wings, conservatively, objectively, have been very good to Pavel. Why don't you cut them a break, do one more season, finish out your contract, or end it?
Is this coming from a Russian?
Put them in a position. I don't know if there's a way to do this, but put them in a position where they don't have to carry your salary if you want to go play in the KHL. I get wanting to play in the KHL. I'm shocked that Teemu Solani didn't do 1 year in the FHL or the Finnish league or the Liga. All right, I get that. You want to go home. You want to, you have a wonderful career. You're a legend. I get that. But, I mean, come on. Look out for your team a little bit. You know what I mean? They've been good to you. They've been good to you. They're pretty good to all their hockey players, over there. You don't hear too many people other than, I don't know, that Mike Commodore saying that the Red Wings weren't that good to him. Well, that's what I got there. With 4 games left in the season, Arizona Coyotes captain Shane Doan is a free agent coming up, and Shane Doan has kind of been lost. He's 39 years old, same age as me. Yeah, it's over, buddy. It's okay. I can't do a lot of shit either. You're lucky you're a hockey player, not a big dummy like me. But you think there's any market value for Shane outside the Arizona area? I think they'd probably be looking to get rid of Shane with all those young guys coming in.
I don't. In this case, I don't think so. He's probably gonna re-sign with them. Maybe 1 year.
Maybe 1 year. Yeah, he's only gonna get a year. He's gonna have to do the Yager thing. Yeah. And I'll go into headlines. I'll go into headlines right now. And after that, Nazem Kadri, his season ends with a 4-game suspension after his cracked that guy down the cross checker. Yeah, Nazem, $200,000 in fines this year, or lost money. NHL expert Dan Craig has been sent to Barclays Center in Brooklyn to help improve the playing surface. Well, it's only April.
It's about time.
Stupid. Philadelphia Flyers defenseman Andrew McDonald is listed today with upper body. McDonald get crushed by Tom Knuckle. Knucklehead. Knucklehead. Tom Knucklehead. I think he's a relative. And his loss to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Hope you get back to action real soon. Andrew McDonald, Philadelphia Flyers. And that's pretty much all I got. Oh, I do have one more thing that I don't know if this is your bag, but Greg Wyshynski had another fucking heart attack. Apparently, and I'll show this up on the screen.
A real one?
No, I wouldn't. I'm not that bad. No, come on.
I don't think so, no.
No, I think I'm a better person than that. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't like him, but I don't want him dead. I'll read a great, straight from the puck daddy's mouth. The New York Islanders host Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins on Saturday. That would have been, this is written a couple days ago. In a key Eastern Conference game for both squads. Veteran Islanders PA announcer Roger Lewis. He's pumped, and he wants the Islanders fans at Barclays Center, at least the ones that got tickets, for the Penguins fans, inevitably purchase the rest and get pumped too. And this is the tweet he gave. Good morning, Islanders, hockey fans. On the way to Barclays, beat the Penguins. Penguins. I don't know why he just didn't. I don't know. With Sid D. Crosby, and he puts a picture in Sidney Crosby and from.
She's beautiful.
The hair. The hair is Sidney from the Brady Bunch.
Or Laura Ingle.
Of course. I'm gonna ask you a trivia question. Did Greg Wyshynski A think this is a cute joke, or B think this is a serious problem? What do you think?
I don't know, but maybe we should do the same thing to Greg.
Well, I think we have. We've done worse to him. The rape hotline. I think I did that for the whole.
Buffalo rape hotline. Hello.
Yeah. All right, all right. The worst is this is noted 1,000 times before as a sort of off-putting segment of fans that already feel like NHL games aren't always a welcoming place. But hey, if these guys' league say taunting chants aren't intended to be sexist, well, that's how he ends it. I have an idea.
Oh no.
I have an idea. If sexist chants are keeping a certain portion of people that are unwelcomed, I bet there's a pretty good chance that those people that feel so terribly unwelcome and are going to walk away from the game are people you don't like anyway that have no sense of humor. So here's my suggestion. Continue these chants, whether you think they're right or not, because it apparently, according to Craig Wyshynski, puts people off of the game. It chases them away. So think about who you're chasing away when you say Sidney Crosby, or as I like to say, sissy.
Good point, Tommy.
Yes. So continue this. Because no matter what they tell you, saying Sidney Crosby or you're a girl, a pussy, nobody is getting hurt except maybe a feminist's feelings, and that's never a bad thing.
Cat ladies from Minnesota?
Yeah. Yeah, that's I thought of her. It's so stupid. I mean, it's so stupid. Like if they said something horrible about women, like hateful, of course they would say, "Well, that is very hateful what they did." Whatever. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. Get over it. And then he says, "There's some people. Some people say." That's like the worst reporting ever. Show evidence. And I'm going to take Greg at his word. The right people are being chased away.
It doesn't chase Greg.
The rape hotline was hilarious. Where are my balls? That's Greg. I don't know. Oh, boy. Where are my balls? Where are my balls? Make sure you check out Sundays, Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shot from the Point live. Current events, hockey, and bull busting. The new Shot from the Point live, Sundays, Eastern Payment. Current events, hockey, and bull busting. We'll take your calls. And if you want to tell me a creepy story, something funny or cute, you're more than welcome to call in. And I will exploit you like a child with two heads.
Oh.
Yes, that's what I did. Hold on a second. Where is that bitch Jeff today? I heard him talking shit about Duncan Kate and his hit 2 years ago on Bacchus. He's still complaining about that.
He made a good video about it.
Misfit Boy Zeke, call in. He made a good video about it. I just made Sidney Crosby joke on Twitter. Well, if you want to make friends with all those, but I bet the Young Turks hate you now, Pure. That's one thing I like about Pure. He's his own man. He's a good sense of humor. Look, I wouldn't
He's a free thinker.
He is a free thinker. It's fucking rare. It's rare. You watch, he'll be like me when he's 40. But I can't believe it, because I was the same way. I was like, I can't believe all that stupid shit I used to believe. It's a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, I'm gonna just made a Sidney correct. You're gonna get some shit by the feminists. I got an idea. Pure, I dare you. Send your Sidney Crosby joke to Tony McIntyre on Twitter. She's really friendly and she wants to talk to other hockey fans. All right. Let's do tonight in National Hockey League and get the hell out of here. No, that was last night's game. Wait a minute. Wednesday, March 30th. Oh, my. Well, it didn't work. I don't know. It didn't save. So, you know what happens now?
It's time to get out.
Yeah, it's time to get out of my crease. Good job, brother.